the biggest movie of the year so far, box office wise, getting a sequel? Well, this is coming from JoeBlow.com. Amazon MGM, which is this first big hit on the big screen, is pushing to make a sequel to Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary might be the movie that truly helps MGM Studios take off as the first new major Hollywood studio. The film starring Ryan Gosling and explained by audiences in New York screening 6 years ago. I got the manuscript. It's the most ambitious thing that I'll ever make. And then
Wow.
this thing ended up being a box office breaker. It broke a lot of box office records, especially a film that's not a sequel, not a franchise film, not something that's based off IP that's been adapted before. It's like this original, almost original idea that's making a lot of money, similar to something like Oppenheimer. And people were excited to support it, but now Amazon might be pushing for a sequel that maybe shouldn't exist. They're definitely basking in their success for a new hit. They took a chance that made a big move, and now it's paying off. A lot of people are like, where do they go from here? Do they just adapt another Andy Weir book? Because maybe it's his product that is dope. He did The Martian, now this. But no, they're not ruling out the possibility of making a Project Hail Mary sequel. The sci-fi film with the lovable alien characters hits all four quadrants, all four: young, old, male,
That's a
and
big
female.
one.
That's a huge
That's
one.
why they would do a sequel.
That's
Because it hits
exactly
all
like why they
four.
would do the sequel. Much like a little dinosaur film from Steven Spielberg back in the day. So what happened with Jurassic Park became a huge hit. I hate that this is a comparison because this is a bad comparison because Jurassic Park sequels have kind of like
It scares me, this comparison. Yeah.
did this.
Please don't do that.
But one thing I think the aspect here is the Michael Crichton was per se to write a sequel book for Jurassic Park. The thing
Right.
is, Andy Weir says that he is interested in writing a sequel book for Project Hail Mary. And if he has a really great idea to do this, because Weir has never written a sequel book ever before, so this will be the first time. But he's kicking around ideas for a continuation in the same continuity, and he's working with Gosling to do so. So if it's a situation where if he comes together with the movie guys to write this book, and then they get that jumping off point, I think it could be a great thing to have a sequel to Project Hail Mary. But I don't want him to do it just for the money. If it's a situation where he didn't really have the idea and he's forcing it, and then we get a lesser movie, that's where I'm worried. But what do you think, Evan?
No, I totally agree. I mean, first and foremost, this movie, Project Hail Mary, is extremely special film that you need to experience in the theaters. You can't even tell from this picture alone. It is breathtaking scenes, cinema. It is absolutely beautiful to watch. But other than that, the story itself is just so heartwarming, and it'll make your heart smile more than most movies that you'll see. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to be talking about it on Movies and Us pod. I'm going to be talking about it. Yeah. I'm going to be talking about it. And so I'm really excited. And I think a sequel could be an interesting thing. One, like you said, if Andy Weir writes the book and then they adapt that, that would be great because it would be a long time before we would get a sequel. We're talking about 5+ years. And then on top of that, we're talking about a fantastic writer in the sci-fi genre who can spin gold, So I would love to see his idea of what a sequel could even be. So I'm all on board if it is Andy Weir writing the book first and then them adapting it. I think that is the best way to go. Yeah. On top of that, I think Ryan Gosling is really good in this movie. He's so endearing and an oddball and practical in the sense like he didn't want to go, but you rise to the occasion when you are a hero. That's what you do. You might not be prepared in the moment, but heroes rise to the occasion for the betterment of humanity. And that is a beautiful thing to see. And he accomplished that in spades. And I thought that was fantastic. And so to see him embody this character again and see him interact with Rocky and what the relationship is like and what our planet and Rocky's planet is like, and if we've worked together or if we need to go on a mission together because something else happened, or maybe they need to save someone else's planet from what they learned in the first one. I don't know, but I think there is a lot you could do there that doesn't take away from the first one, but still pushes their relationship forward and our connection with their planet forward as well, because we were in the same boat and we possibly got out of the same boat. And so I think there is a cool way in, but I need to leave that to Andy Weir because he's the man to do it. And if it's not him, then I would say don't do it at all. What do you think?
I think the first movie dealt a lot with isolation, and because of that, that's my bump.
Amaze.
We hate Mark. Because because of that isolation, we didn't really get him like coming out of the ship too often. He didn't get to go to like a planet till, spoilers, the end. I would like for them to maybe expand on that. Like, don't make it about isolation. Now that he's found people that appreciate him because they didn't appreciate him on Earth, make him go to planets. Maybe make it a story of him exploring other planets, and him and Rocky are helping, like you were saying, helping people from different planets deal with different issues and improving their lives. And then somehow they have to make their way back to Earth. That would be really, really cool. And kind of like a full circle moment for him now, because originally he didn't want to leave. And now he has to go back home to do the thing that he didn't originally want to do in the first place. So I think that would be a really cool story for them to do if they could pull that off.
And what if they, in the movie, they lucked out? They are two scientific minds that happen to be good people. Good people. You know what I mean? They have a good heart. They have good intentions. They want to help each other. They want to work together for the betterment of their peoples. And it would be interesting for Rocky and what's his name? Rylan or
Grace.
What? Grace. Ryland's Grace. Is that it?
Yeah.
Ryland's Grace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would be interesting to see Rocky and Grace come across a more stubborn race of people that don't want their help, that think they don't know better than them, so they're not listening to them. And so to see more of a conflict, because with them there was a mutual understanding and respect. But if they go somewhere else, there's no telling if they will have that same reaction to people saying, oh, this is how you should save your planet. This is how you should do it. We want to help you. There are some people that it could rub them the wrong way. And
they were like, no, we'll just pray.
yeah, exactly. It could be religious. It could be, it could be that. It could be their beliefs. And so there's so much that you can do, because at the end of the day, the first movie, Project Hail Mary, is really about two different cultures learning to communicate with each other and work together that have completely different backgrounds. And that's really what it is. It's like it's an immigrant story. Like when it comes down to it, that's really what it is. In this instance, it worked for them because they are of the same mind. They are best friends. They just didn't know it yet. And if you come across people that aren't and don't want to be best friends, but you know how to save them if they give you a chance, that is really interesting. And that could be really cool for a sequel to Project Hail Mary. Yeah,
I think both of those ideas could be. We're talking about a trilogy here now at this point.
Yeah, not a Jurassic Park trilogy though. Don't do no. And you need Phil Lord and Chris Miller. By the way, I know I said with Andy Weir, but you need Phil and Chris come back to shepherd this. If it's going to be an epic trilogy, which it has the potential, it really does. And it could be one of those trilogies where it's not every year. Back when we were younger, there were several years between movies where you're a little bit older, a little bit wiser, lived a little bit more, and the new movie will hit you in a different way. And that is cool. So I think honestly, this conversation with you convinced me that there is potential for a sequel, because before we started the segment, I was like, I don't know if they should touch it. But after us digging into it, it actually gave me hope that there could be something there. And Andy and Phil and Chris are the people to do it.
Yeah, I agree. As long as they're still on the team to do it, and I would say Amy Pascal. I want to. People don't really give her credit because she gets a lot of crap for the Spider-Man stuff, but she does a really great job at producing films outside of Spider-Man.
She's the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah, but before the Spider-Verse movie kicked off, people were coming at her from them leak emails.
Yeah. She got it. Yeah, she got axed. She's doing fine though.
She's doing
okay, awesome. Well, let us know what you guys think. Have you seen Project Hail Mary? And if so, do you think there could be a sequel? The writer wants to do it. Amazon wants to do it. Do you want to do it? Call Amazon. Tell them.